Hello, everyone. With just 11 days left before Jurassic World comes out, I guess why not talk about the hopes and desires of freaking Jurassic World that I hope is in there and is not going to be a total downer. Anyways, let's go. First things first is that I would like John Hammond to be in the movie somehow. And before anyone says, oh, but his actor, the person who plays him, portrays him, he's dead. Remember way back when in the first movie, there was that little ride area that actually showed us how in the world they make dinosaurs. So the idea would be they will still have that ride, even though it's kind of old. And maybe they'll have high-tech stuff added in. I think definitely try to get like a astral projection of John Hammond, so it'll be kind of funny just the fact of, yeah, when he's like, hello, John. Hello, John. So it's like, at least it wouldn't be like some other dude and he's like, hello, John. It's like, oh, yeah, they kind of have to make it so that his name is John. But, yeah, I'd rather actually just have an astral projection of it. Yeah, so that's number one. Number two is I would like, even though I understand all the people from the first three movies, no way, shape, or form are gonna go to the freaking park. I know that. I can understand that, but I'll at least like somebody or some freaking connection to happen. Because if you're just gonna make a brand new movie and then there's no one really actually there to collapse it together to make it like, oh look, it's connected, then it's kind of like, oh, that's just sad. That's just really sad. Yeah, so my idea is either you got like the two freaking grandchildren, which of course they're not going to go to that freaking world, but still, I'm just saying it would be kind of cool that at least you have like a cameo of them, so they'll basically like, do whatever you guys want. We just don't want to get near your project. Or, yeah, not to be like, someone's going to be like, oh, that's messed up, but the black girl from the second movie, yeah, she's not going to do that. Yeah, she's not going to be there either. Yeah, she's too traumatized. And then you have the boy from the third movie, which the boy from the third movie is okay. I think chances are he could actually, even though that's not the same guy, Chris Pratt's character could actually be that guy. But I rather not. I rather actually have the boy who played as the guy from 2003 to actually be portrayed. But it's impossible for that to work. And if it does work, well, I'll still like to say I'd rather have the actual kid be in there instead of Chris Pratt. But you know how it is that they have to get someone that's very cool. And if they get someone that's not really a name brand, yes, they have a good new movie, but they won't have someone that they're like, who's this guy? Why in the world do we even need to care about him? So it's, it's kind of like that. Of course, I would like the kids in this movie. I would love it if they're Sarah's, like, nephews or something, or godchildren. That would be cool. So at least Sarah could actually have a reaction saying, what? You sent my nephews? You sent my godchildren to that freaking yeah, death trap? That would be funny. That would be so funny. I mean, you gotta at least have someone from the old movies to return. Somebody. Next up is, I know they have so many dinosaurs, we don't really know how many dinosaurs they have. We can see that chances are they do have a T-Rex. They do have a... We also know they have Velociraptor, so we know about that. They also have pterodons. Yes, they have pterodons / pterodactyls. I'm not sure. I think pterodons, because pterodactyls are herbivores, but pterodons, on the other hand, oh my gosh. I mean, did you see what happened in freaking the third movie? That thing was tenacious as frick, man. That thing was tenacious as frick. Yeah, so you have that. Apparently, in Jurassic Park 3, you had some weird thing going on in the water. It turns out that big one, like dump, 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 jump. Yeah, that big moment where we find out there's a dinosaur that can swim, that has sharp teeth. Yeah, that was actually in Jurassic Park 3, but for some reason, even though we technically can just say, they didn't have the technology / the funds to actually have that in there. And plus, if they did put it in the movie, then chances are they most likely would be like, oh, well, this is crap because, well, we have the Spinosaurus over here that's trying to be the bad guy, but now we have something in the water as well, and it's like, oh, we don't know which one is going to get that, and they're like, oh, screw it, just keep Spinosaurus. Yeah, like, keep Spinosaurus, that's for the thing that's in the water, well, get. Well, anyways, what's the other thing? Let's see. I think that's all that we know. Oh, yeah, I think we do know about Brachiosaurus. I think that's one, and then there's a few others. But I think in all, if we remember in the first movie, is that the Barbasol can hold up to 15 DNA sequences. So, at least 15 dinosaurs, plus the Spinosaurus, plus maybe like at least 2 or 3 others. So, maybe 18 dinosaurs in all. We don't really know how many dinosaurs they actually have in their DNA file. But anyways, that's basically all I would like. And also, if the Dilophosaurus, screw that crap. Screw the freaking acid spitting piece of trash. I hope they just killed them all and said, screw it, we're not doing this crap. Because if they did continue to have that, no, okay, no, just no. Well, one other thing I would like to just say is that I would like it if they actually have like the retro version of the park as well. So, if this is the same island as the park was on, then I would like to at least have, like, they rebuild it, but they also have a retro version of the park where it's like you do have motorized cars instead of just the spear cars, which that's cool and all, but still on the other hand, it's kind of like, meh. I would still like to say I would like to still have the dining part and everything else because, well, sadly, this movie shows that they're way in the future. Notice, they're way in the future because they got spear freaking vehicles. That's no way possible we're even near to that, even though that's kind of being a jerk, but still, I'm just saying, we're not really near to that, so it's kind of like, yeah, the futuristic part kind of will screw over the fact of what about the park used to be like. I would have loved it if they kind of had a retro version of it. That's about all I have hopes about this movie. Also, they do have the brand new dinosaur, which that was kind of crazy, especially the part of in the beginning process of making a new dinosaur. They were like, oh, it's going to be half human, half dinosaur. Oh my god! Yeah. And don't get me started on what it actually was in the beginning going to be. In the beginning, they were thinking that this Jurassic World had turned to be is that either A, they're going to have dinosaurs being used for terrorism with guns on their backs and stuff like that, or B, there's a freaking virus they have risen up from the past due to the dinosaurs, and then it turns less into dinosaurs in the movie into more of there is now a disease pandemic going on, and now we have to try to fix it and such, which... But anyways, like I said, this is all I'm hoping for when it comes to this. So, I think chances are this movie is going to be good. Chances are. But of course, oh yes, one side note, I would kind of wish that they did have puppeteering in it. You know, just not all digital, that they actually have something where it's like, oh my gosh, a real live dinosaur head. And then they touch on it just a little bit to make it look even better by digital. So it's kind of like, I would kind of wish they do some puppeteering, some actual dinosaur parts in this, instead of just making it all 3D and green screen. I would kind of hope they do more than just that. Anyways, I'm closing this out. This movie could be good, could be bad. We'll just see when it comes out in 11 days. And, well, if it does turn out bad, that's going to be sad. But the good news is at least it's not going to be as bad as the Indiana Jones movie I will never ever say the name of. So anyways, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. Cue music.